Stop recording.
Hey y'all, I hope everyone's doing well out there. So I'm really excited because I have not, well, I've thought a little bit about downloading like a public beta when it comes out for iOS or iPad OS 18, but I don't know. So I'm really excited because I hear, well, I watched the keynote and kind of fragments, but I got the majority of the event. And I hear they're really superpowering Siri, like by putting the ability for her to check out things for you online, and she's more like AI, and you can ask her stuff. And I don't have any idea like how extensive it is, and like, but I think if she feels that your search could use a internet search beyond what normally she looks up for you, and I think you can ask additional questions maybe. I'm excited though because I hope I can at least get it on my Mac. I hear that the new app, like the smart new Apple AI Siri, I hear that it may not work on like iPhone 14 or 13, like some of the neural engines that aren't powerful enough to handle that kind of stuff. I hope I could get it on a different device, but my Mac has the M1 chip, so hopefully at least I can see its performance there. And that usually comes out in like October. September or October, somewhere in the fall, when after iOS and iPad OS 18 comes out, the new software. So I'm excited. Like I haven't seen like a video of somebody testing it out with on the beta, on the one that would be considered for developers right now. So it'll be interesting, but I wonder if the neural engines in some of the iPad, iPhone things I do have access to, will they work? I am excited for that though. So I moved all by myself, being totally blind. I moved my desk, which is pretty big, from the living room where I had it into my room, and I like moved a dresser to make room for it. And I'm thankful that like I didn't break anything or crash too hard into something on the way. I did it very gently, and I'm glad it successfully made it through my door. But it was an experience, and I was proud of myself, that like, hey, it worked out, yeah, so I constantly use my braille displays. I've got this, I use the one way more than the other now that I have it, because the Orbit reader is really nice, but it makes those noises. And then additionally, you can't add books to it. Like, I think you can, but there's probably more of a process than I'm used to. So but yeah, and sometimes like, one thing I noticed, and this is not a technical thing at all, but technology is used in it. I do a lot of online chatting, a lot of like meetings, and and not Zoom, but using other video chat online programs. And right now I'm like working on my mental health and everything, and what drew my attention more than anything right now is how being in a group with other people and sharing ideas, bouncing ideas off each other, exploring, talking about different things, being relatable to other people in the group, that stuff is so powerful. And like, I think about like this, like, everyone knows the Bible, like, even if you're not a Christian or someone that constantly like examines the Bible, or um, there's a scripture, iron sharpens iron, and I thought of that, and it's like, and there might be proverbs out there, or there might be other sayings similar to that, where you kind of help each other through things, and I think that is incredible. And I just see the benefits sometimes of being part of like a group or something like that. But one thing that's pretty interesting to me is that like you can kind of train your mind and start to steer yourself from a headspace that might not be so good. It's especially for some people, not everyone, but a lot of people, it's easy to fall in those traps of like you start to fall in like the depression, like anxiety, depression. It kind of they kind of link up, unfortunately. But when you fall into those, like you think about all the wrongs, right? Like I think unconsciously even I can just start putting all these things like, oh, this person's actions hurt me. They were not thinking about everyone involved. They were, selfish, all those. And you start to like kind of build this pyramid of stuff in your head that's been done, situations, hardships, and just you can get deeper and deeper into it. And it's no fun, and it doesn't excuse the behaviors and situations that you might find yourself in, or because of the people around you, their carelessness, their selfishness, all the different stuff. That doesn't mean that it's okay, but it's not okay to get to a place where that's all you think about, and you can become so sad and upset and have all these negative feelings that are not good, and it's sometimes really hard to pull yourself from that. But when you can find like a group online, even if you don't really want to meet in person, because some people have a lot of social anxiety too. I think that's such a good resource to be able to tap into. And it's hard when you fall into those spouts of really deep sadness and things, and when you can acknowledge that and tune into it, then, and you find out you're not the only one. It's not like you're the only one, but I just really think that's incredible. And I start thinking about, like, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like now I think in my head every morning, like, what are you going to find today? Like, what are you going to, like, are you going to maybe find something new that you didn't know before? Are you going to discover something, learn something? Like, what thing are you going to enjoy or find in the day? Like, that helps me to kind of amp myself up and to get out of bed easier, to say, I'm going to do what I can with today, make it all I can be. And I start thinking about all the things that I have in my life and that I am lucky to be around. And I have 3 cats. I have Kitty, Cody, and Coulson, and I still have yet to get Coulson in a video on YouTube, and I want to, because he's a Maine Coon / Ragdoll, and he's pretty big, but he's my baby. And I know I've had this video of my intro video is of Kitty and me, my oldest cat, and it's fun to get them in the video. I'll have to get him hopefully on the desk soon. He's under my desk right now. I can tap my toe on him. But like, I'm so lucky to have them, because like sometimes Cody will be sitting on top of my desk and Coulson's at my feet, or vice versa. And then Kitty's my oldest, and he comes and hangs out with me. And it's like, I might not be able to carry on a conversation with them, but you can feel their presence and know they love you and they like to be around you, I think that's incredible. And I think about, like, I wear something amazing. You know, this Apple Watch of mine is built to try and be part of the Apple ecosystem, which I like. You know, I have a deep appreciation for, and all the developers and everybody involved that make everything work out well for those with visual impairments and you know, speech difficulties, impairments, you know, learning impairments, all the different things. And so that was Diana with 2 N's. She has got a YouTube channel, and I get notifications, and it was, am I blind enough? And everybody's in a different, like, there's a spectrum for blindness. There's not just total blindness. There's also people like myself that can look and see the brightness of, like, the sun, but that's all I see is, like, the light, if it's bright enough. But then there's a spectrum, because some people see, you know, like, from out here, you know, like, good, you know, but maybe the side, like the side of your eyes, you know, like looking left to right, maybe that's you know, like, got some issues. Or, you know, maybe you need print really huge and you can't, you know, it's hard to see small print. There's so many different eye conditions, and it's not just
FaceTime. Reminder. Nighttime medication.
being blind.
00 p.m. Actions available.
Also, I do have to say, one thing about having any kind of phone right now is the amount.
Reminders.
Oh my
Nighttime
goodness.
medication. Yes.
The amount of what do you call it? Like telemarketers, or the scam phone calls, right? Oh, I get them all day, every day. For the past couple of weeks, I feel like they've been heavier than usual, and I get the spam. A lot of the time, it's the same one. It goes, "Hi, I'm Sarah. How are you doing today?" And it's just like an AI voice. I don't even think, like, it's a human, but it's a recording, and they want you to say something, and then they keep talking, you know. "Hi, it's Sarah." I'm like, I mean, she calls me all the time, and then when I say, "Please stop calling me. You called me," I say, "You told me last time that you were going to put me on the do not call list." And then they do it again. It's annoying, and they call from different numbers. And really, I wish that people who do those kinds of things could be arrested or have some fine or something. Like, you know, because that's annoying, and nobody wants to be bothered by those things. Those aren't fun.
Wellness.
And then when people fall for it, that's even worse. I had a scam call last summer where the guy made the sound of my bank, like the noise, and they said, you know, somebody took your card info and bought it was like a Mac. It was an expensive Mac, and I said, well, I didn't see anything like that in my account, and how would they? Like, I don't even have that much money in my account, like, you know. And at first I was like, okay, but I could tell, I mean, from their voice that they were definitely a scammer, probably, but you know, and then finally they get to the, "What's your social security number?" I hung up. But it's just, like, it's just sad that that's what people do. Instead of finding a real job or a means of an income, that's what they resort to, trying to scam people. That is, I mean, I know it's just life and it's part of life, but that's like the epitome of, like, wow. That's, yeah. So, but anyway, like I said, but when you get to a place where you can, like, see your surroundings, like, the stuff, you know, I have, just having, like, my own desk to sit at in my own room, like, that's a lot, you know, for me. I know it's silly, but, like, I don't know. And to have, like, you know, home pods that work as a stereo, so they're always there, you know. And to have access to Amazon, and I can, like, I learned how to change the payment method. You go in there and you go and tap on whatever your payment method default is. And once you click on there, it brings up a screen and it shows the other options that you have. Like if you have a different card saved also in your Amazon account, it'll show it. Or there's a gift card thing. If you have like an Amazon gift card, you can use that too. But it's really cool and easy. And I feel like the more you pay attention to the way everything works, like the interfaces of an app or a website, the easier it gets, you know, you just learn it. But obviously the main thing is that it's as much accessibility built into their website / app for those of us who rely on screen readers as possible. That's really honestly what I wanted to say. I made spaghetti again for myself the other day, and I felt like that was the fastest I've ever made spaghetti. Like browning the meat, pouring the sauce in the pan, getting it kind of warm, making the pasta, then putting everything kind of in the same, and then I cleaned it all up, and it was like impressive how fast it went. Like I feel like the more that you practice, obviously, the more you practice stuff, the easier it gets. And I'm proud of myself because for the longest time, it was really challenging for me to get from where my apartment building is to the garbage dumpster to like throw things away. And so I was heavily relying on the app, the Be My Eyes app, which is an app for those that are blind, visually impaired. And when you use it, you get connected to a volunteer who will, it's free, and it's just volunteer based, and people can help you with anything, like if your computer is frozen or something, like help you you can show them the screen, or if you have a piece of mail, or maybe you have a food item, because food is a big thing. Like I use Seeing AI also, which is where they have different options where VoiceOver on iPhone will read like money, currency. It'll, you know, I did a video on the food or different items, but say, you know, and it'll read it to you, you know, and it might have directions depending on what they save in the database that they use. But but sometimes milk, you know, that goes bad, different things. And if Seeing AI is not able to provide that information based on you trying to like take your phone and have it skim all the print on the labels, but you can get a live person using Be My Eyes, and they can tell you your milk is expired, it isn't, and it's better than obviously trying to use your milk and getting sick or something. But now I'm able to walk all the way to the dumpster with no issue. Like get there, throw my stuff out, and run. Come back. And there's a few steps to it, but it's not hard. But in the beginning, especially, it was a challenge. It was like further away than it seems now, and it was hard, but you just keep trying to work at it, that's the best thing to do instead of giving up, you just sometimes got to work on stuff, but like I said, I hope I can get my cat in one of my videos, and I'm really looking forward to what iOS 18 brings, and what any features that maybe I didn't see like in the notes of like what's coming out or anything. I wonder if they're gonna add any new voices to VoiceOver. I always hope they will. Like I like a lot of the voices they have, honestly, that are there, but it's fun sometimes to get a new one, a different voice to read to you sometimes. And then also this live speech thing, it's hopefully we can get that going here. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna okay, there's the screen. Screen curtains off.
Accessibility shortcuts. Live speech. Calendar, Thursday, June 20th, space. Braille screen input. Orientation locked. .6 cap apostrophe M space I S O space E X C I T E D space T O space D E space G O I N G space T O space .6 cap E T T D A R space .6 cap O I N T space W I T H space M Y space D E S T space F R I E N D exclude space .6 cap F O O N exclamation mark soon.
Ready? Here it goes. That's my voice.
I'm so excited to be going to Cedar Point with my best friend.
Sometimes it's a little funny, but let's try it again.
.6 space space cap I .6 cap I space S E T space U P space L I V E space S E E E E S S P E E C H space A L L space Y Y space B Y space by M Y S E L F period myself.
Set up live speech all by myself.
Okay, so it's not the best, but
.6 O L S O N space A N D space dot cap O D Y space A R E space A D D O R A B L E period adorable misspelled period adorable space adore space E period adorable
Wilson and Cody are adorable.
.6 N D space and O F space of C O U R S E space dot cap I T T Y period kitty
And of course Kitty.
.6 A A N K space thank Y O U space F O R space W A T C A I N G space M Y space my C H A N N E L period channel.
Thank you for watching my channel.
so setting it up was interesting because for me, I had to like follow the prompts, and VoiceOver would read it, and I would just try to say all the words for live speech to get it to do it. And there were some lengthy like sentences that were like paragraphs almost, and I'm like, how can I remember all this? Like a place, a time, like different stuff all in one, and I'm not good with extensive like stuff to remember sometimes without looking at the words. And then I thought about using a braille display, but that might have been difficult to throw in the mix, but it actually worked. But I wonder if my voice would be even clearer if I had used more prompts, like if I read more of it, but either way it's still cool. And obviously live speech, I don't need it necessarily, but I mean, once in a while, if I'm super overwhelmed to where it's like I don't even want to talk right now, I suppose. And then obviously it's for those that are live speech is for those that have speech impediments or difficulties and that kind of stuff. So those things, I should say. But that's what I mean. Like some of the stuff you could still use, even if it doesn't necessarily affect you, you could still use it for things. So anyway, I just had to show that. I hope everyone's doing well, like I said. For those of us that are like sweating it out these days because the temperatures have been insane, like at least where I'm at, stay cool, drink plenty of water, be gentle with each other because it tends to be more cranky, and stuff, because we all have our shortcomings and nobody's perfect and nobody's better than anybody else out here. That's just the way it is. Okay. Just me being myself. I think I'm gonna go make myself some lunch now. Anyway, thanks everyone.
Notes. Mail. To Finder. VoiceOver utility. VoiceOver utility. VoiceOver QuickTime Player. Notes. Mail. Finder. Music. Kindle. VoiceOver utility. QuickTime Player. QuickTime Player. Movie recording. Window. Stop recording. Button.